Hello again, and welcome to Choices Check Up 2, where we will be looking at spelling choices. The spelling choices we have covered so far. There will be others in other lessons that are to come, sound choices, and the suffix choices that we have covered so far. When you are working through the activities, see if you can write the letters that you need before I do. If I hear A at the end of a syllable or all on its own in a syllable, I write the letter A. And if I hear A in the middle of a word, like cake, the first spelling choice for the middle of the word is A consonant E. If I hear E at the end of a syllable or all on its own in a syllable, I write the letter E, like in delight or equals. If I hear E in the middle of a word, like sleep, I write double E. And if I hear E at the end of a word, I write double E, like in the word bee. And double E is the spelling choice for the middle of a word that is used most often. If I hear I at the end of a syllable or all on its own in a syllable, I write the letter I, like in spider or iron. And if I hear I in the middle of a word, like ride or bike, I write I consonant E. But there are other choices. And if I hear I in the word sight, I write I-G-H. And if the word is sigh, and I hear I at the end of a word, I write I-G-H. If I hear O, the end of a syllable, or all on its own in a syllable, I write the letter O, like in robot or open. But if I hear O in the middle of a word, like rose, I write O consonant E. That's the most used spelling choice for O in the middle of a word. If I hear S, I write the letter S. But if I hear it at the end of a word that has one syllable and a short vowel sound, I write double S, like in the word class. If I hear F, I write the letter F. But if I hear F in cuff, I write double F, because it is a one-syllable word with a short vowel sound. And there is another choice. The choice we would use in words like phone or photo. And this picture combines them both because I've taken a photo of my dog using my phone. Which letters do we use? P, H. F is PH for those words, and a few others that we will be covering. If I hear at the beginning of thistle or at the beginning of them, I write TH. If I hear in foot or in boot, I write double O. And here we have a picture prompt. If I hear k, I need to think about the cap on the cop who's drinking a cup of tea to know to write the letter C. And if I'm reading and I see the letter C, I think about the cap on the cop drinking a cup of tea, because I would say k if it was followed by A, O, or U. And here we have another picture prompt. Gaston gossips about Gus. G, we write the letter G. The letter G, if we're reading, can be said in a different way. But if it is followed by A, O, or U, we think about our picture prompt and we know to say G. And now we come to our suffix choices. These are the suffixes we've covered so far. When do we add a suffix? When we want to change the use of the word. And we have covered one rule, the doubling rule, for when we add a suffix. Now, the suffix es that we tend to pronounce as is, I'm going to remove that for now, and here's your question. Which of these need the doubling rule when we add them? Have a think. How did you get on? Yes, it's suffix ed and suffix ing. And here's our picture prompt. We use the doubling rule when we are adding suffix ing or suffix ed to a word with a short vowel sound that is followed by just one consonant. We need to double that consonant to give us a double wall that keeps the vowel sound safe. When we move on to think about suffix es, it is often used after a word that has a double S anyway, like pass in bus pass or pass when you pass a football. So it is a little bit different for suffix es. As we go through the lessons, you will come across more choices where we use suffix es. For example, we add es to some words that end in the letter O, like potato or tomato. Ben is going through his shopping list. He goes. That's another word where we add it. To get potatoes, he does not get tomatoes. And here, well, that seems to break the rules. And you're right, it does. But this is a very commonly used word. We have the letter G followed by an E, and that will be something we cover later on, but for now we're getting used to the fact that sometimes we have rule breaker words, and get is one of them. And our final suffix. Here we can see that when the curtains opened, the pantomime started. And when it stopped, they closed. Which suffix could you hear at the end of started, opened, and stopped? Suffix ed. 3 completely different sounds. How did you get on? We have ed at the end of opened, but it just sounds like d. At the end of started, and it sounds like id. And at the end of stopped, but it sounds like t. And there was another word too, closed. We're not covering that one just yet because it has a different suffix adding rule. But well done on finishing this choices checkup. There are an awful lot of things we need to think about. Thank you for joining me.